Okay, Sonia Bernard here, linked by Ink, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Did you see what's in the corner? Oh, my cat was on the shelf getting into mischief. Sorry, it was making me laugh. She's something else. She's a 5.5. Oh, she's about to be 6 months old. Oh, what is up with my hair today? Oh my goodness, it is Technique Tuesday. It is the, it is the 28th of March. We are having tomorrow, the retiring colored list is coming out, plus for demonstrators, the brand new catalog PDF is coming out, so we're going to get to see the new annual catalog. Join my team today, you'll be able to see it all tomorrow. And then we also have the last chance list, and the last chance list is the mini, and then the, you know, the mini that we just had, and also the annual catalog 2022-2023 annual catalog. We're saying goodbye to a lot of things in there, but we're making room for new stuff, so I'm excited. I might go live tomorrow, I think, over on my Facebook page, and I will read off a list of all the retiring colors, and then I can't show you any of the new colors though. We can't show the insides of the catalogs, so you guys won't find that out until the catalog actually goes live for customers. But if you want access to the early stuff and you want to pre-order from the annual catalog a whole month before your customers can, join my team. I will help you, and we would love to have you. We're called Link by Ink Far and Wide, and I actually had the team name themselves, and they all had a competition and they picked what they wanted to be called, and that was it, because we do have people across the United States, and we even have a person stationed overseas in Germany. Okay, enough jibber jabber. Today we are going to use the super cute Sweet Citrus stamp set and the embossing folder, and the technique is really easy, but it gives a really fun look to your card. And so we're making this background. Let me just show you the card, and look at that. It's got so much texture to it, it's just crazy. And then because the envelope is even thinner, it even looks more textured. I did the flap of the envelope as well. You can see right there. So whoever gets this is going to get this really fun textured feel card, and it's fresh, it's light, it's a zesty birthday. So let me turn this down and get all the cameras so we've got you the right way up and everything. And just give me a second as we move through here. Where is my, oh, there we go. We need to hit that button, and then turn this whole thing down. Here we go. And then I'll just check myself on here so I can actually see that I'm staying in frame, because that's always handy. Oh, we can even see the camera there. Okie dokie, artichoke. So for the base, I've used this super cute crushed curry. I hope this is staying. I love this color. I hope everything's staying, but it's not. But and it's just 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Because you've got your good old bone folder. Remember, from the center out when you're burnishing. And then we just have a layer of basic white, and that is 5 1/4 by 4. And then we have a little piece of basic white and another little piece of crushed curry, and I don't remember the sizes, but I will I'll go ahead and put that in the description of those two sizes as well. That's all we need, is just 4 little pieces. It's great, it's easy. I like easy. So we're going to use this super cute embossing folder, and this is so easy, and I know probably a lot of people have done it, but there's a lot of people out here who have never done this technique before, so that's why we revisit techniques and bring them back. This is Old Olive, and this is a little sponge dauber, and all the items that I've used are going to be listed in the description of this video. So you want to look, you've got one side that has the Stampin' Up sign on it and the other side does not. So we're going to open it, and the one that has the Stampin' Up, we are simply going to daub. I've got the old olive. We're going to just literally daub around all these leaves. So this is going to take a little minute here, so I might just chitter chatter as we go. But the darker you put it on, the heavier, you know, you press in to the pattern, the more ink you're going to get. And you can see here, it actually does come out a little muted. Like that old olive is a little more muted color. And you see it might be, it's not supposed to be perfect. It's supposed to be like this, have kind of like a, what's the word? Almost like a vintage feel to it. That's what I was going for. It's just, you know, I think these lemons and oranges patterns, and you go back to like the 70s, you know, the 60s and the 70s with your grandparents and all that kind of stuff. It was very, I mean, like wallpaper. Think about all those things back then. Very vintage. So we'll just keep pushing these in. And oh, I'm excited for tomorrow. I love when new stuff comes out. Sometimes it's hard to say goodbye to things, but sometimes we have to, you know, because, you know, supply and demand. Everybody's already got stuff, so we got to say goodbye to some stuff. Tools and stuff and colors and... But there will be a big retiring list, because all those in colors that are retiring, think about it, like, or the actual colors, all the papers and all the embellishments that tie into any of those colors that are retiring, they'll also be going goodbye as well. So it's going to be it might be a bit of a shock when you see the retiring list. Okay. And then I have got another little sponge dauber. I hope they're not going. Hopefully we're keeping our sponge daubers. I do love them. Pale Papaya. And if you're ever struggling opening our ink pads, it's basically just put a thumb on this side, a thumb on this side, fingers on the end, and you're pulling it like a, just splitting it, just pull apart, pull, push together, pull apart. It doesn't take a lot of force. It's just a matter of pushing down and pulling. It's really quite easy, and then push. So I know some people kind of sometimes struggle with that, but it is pretty easy. So I think I did this big one here. So we're going to get that sponge dauber, and this is a lighter color, so we're going to go a little heavier on there. Just really press down into it. And it doesn't matter if you go around the edges. I should have said that. You can see that I've gone around edges on several of those, and that does not matter. It's not going to come up. Well, it shouldn't. It didn't when I did this, so we will see. And I'm just trying to give like a mix of different colors because I'm going to do some lemon ones as well. So I think I'll do this one. So we've got oranges and lemons. Remember there's an old song we used to sing, oranges and lemons. I don't know, something about Clemens, a tissue, we all fall down. Apparently that song was about when a bunch of kids got sick and they were falling down because they were like sick. I was like, oh dear. So, what else? Let's see. I think I'll do this one as well. Kind of doing the outer edges ones, I guess. It doesn't really matter which ones you do. You could do them all the same color too if you don't want to do different colors. And because it's not in plastic, it's not really drying. It's not absorbing into anything. It's kind of just sitting there on top of the plastic. And I don't know if you can see. Let me show you. It's kind of like beading up almost there. So you don't have to worry too much about it drying out. And what I did was, when I was done, I just gave it a quick huff with my warm breath to kind of heat it back up. Now I'm taking pumpkin pie, and what I'm going to do is just to add a little bit of dimension to this rind area, is just kind of go around the edge, trying not to really go into the green there, because then you're just going to mix your colors. But if you do, don't worry about it too much. And I'm just going around. Oh, there's my dogs barking at nothing probably. just going around the edge to give a little, make the rind darker there. So I am trying not to go in the green too much. And you see why you really don't want to do this with a blending brush, because a blending brush would just be way too big for what we're trying to do here. Even those small ones, because you really want to be able to get in here. So it does take a few minutes, and if you're bored, just fast forward through this part, because I know that that's what I do sometimes when I'm watching people. I'm like, okay, just get to the step to see what I need to do next. But, you know, I couldn't really, I guess I could have done this ahead of time. Well, I did do it ahead of time. I've made the card, but I want you to see the entire process of coloring it in. And now we've got Daffodil Delight. And so I'm going to put that in all the open areas, because those are usually lighter. And it's making me want lemonade. Oh my goodness. Summertime and lemonade, they just go hand in hand, don't they? So we'll just keep dabbing. It's actually quite satisfying just to sit here and dab. I don't know why. And you can really see it coming together now, right? Or maybe not. I can see it coming together. So we're going to move that one. Actually, let me put them in order that way. And we've got our lucky last, and that is crushed curry. There we go. I'll show you what I mean. You can kind of see it coming together there. You can see what the card's going to look like. So we'll take this crushed curry and we'll do the regular lemons. This is such a fun technique. It's so easy. You just need some inks and some little sponge daubers and you are good to go. You get to have fun and it's just easy. I like easy. I like when you can do something that's different, but it's also not that technical. Even though it's Technique Tuesday, it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be this big mess, you know, and this big, oh my gosh, look at this science happening. Sometimes it can be just nice and simple, and you're still going to get a really fun effect. And we'll just get this one here. Love it. Okay, now that we've done that, we're going to need our Stampin' Cut Emboss machine, the big one, not the mini, because the mini will not work with this. Let's bring that in, and we're going to need our paper, right? So what we're going to do here is carefully put the paper down. Let's see, I want to make sure I'm in frame here. Just gently lay that paper down, close the folder, and then we're going to run it through. So it's going to look like this. Okay. We're just going to run that through. Here we go. And then when we open, look at what we get. Isn't that awesome? So you don't get any of that mess that you put on the edges there. That's why you want to lay it down, and you don't want to move it around because you don't want this ink getting all over the paper. But look at that. And then you can just literally wash this under the tap to get all that off. It's that quick and easy to clean up. And then we get this super fun, super textured card front. Isn't that fun? I'm trying to bring it up to the camera there. Oop. How fun is this? And we've got a little bit that, you know, it doesn't cover all the way, and that's okay. I like that. I like it a lot. How fun is that? Yes. Okay. So let's go ahead and we're going to get some, let's put it together. We'll get some linen thread, which I've got ink all over. Oh well. and a little bit of double-sided tape. This will just help hold down that linen thread. So we're going to put this here and then just wrap it around twice. Actually, I want this to be the bottom. What? Change my mind. Just pull that out. We'll just do that again. So stick that there. Now we'll wrap it around twice and kind of want it spaced here. My sentiment is going to go more to the right, so I want this part spaced out a little more, and then this part here. Okay, and we'll just cut that. Another little piece of tape. That's the edge. We're almost done. Okay, here we go. And then you can just tape both of them in place, actually. Then, simple, right? I want the background to be the star of the show here, for sure. So we're gonna now get our liquid glue. If you want, you can use your snail adhesive. That's our seal. But I just want to use liquid because I like it. If you want, if you have a piece sticking up like that, you can always trim that off. No big deal. And then we're just going to layer this here to easy breezy, lemon squeezy. Get it? Okay. Push that down. It's so fun. I think this is like, I did a video yesterday too, so you can see that. I think I put it as a reel. So you can see how that looks, and it just looks even more fun in person. The camera never does anything justice. I don't know why. Just doesn't do it. We're going to get our pumpkin pie and our little piece of basic white. Our have a great birthday. Now, you'll notice that I did do the envelope as well. So all I did for that was exact same, stamped up the embossing folder. Because the envelope doesn't fit in the embossing folder the same way, I actually did turn it on its side, and then I just tucked it underneath. So the embossing folder was, pretend this is the embossing folder, it's got ink over it, so I don't want to put it in. I put it in between like that, and then just tucked it underneath. Now, it did miss just that very edge there. You'll see I have a line there, but I kind of like it anyway. So you can just play with that and see what you like the best. And then we got our banners pick a punch. Oh, I hope this stays. Everything's like, I hope this stays. Everything I use, you know, I'm like, oh. But we'll see. If it doesn't, you know, it just something fun will be replacing it. It's not like we just don't get to play with anything fun anymore. We get to play with new fun stuff. So always when you're putting that in, you just turn it over so that you can see that you've got it centered correctly, and you want it flush up against there. So that's how you just make sure things are centered. And we'll do it with both of these. These just slide in, and see, that's not flush, so you want to move that with your finger. What I'm doing is moving it here with my finger to make sure that that is centered. Oops, not doing a good job there. There we go. Sometimes you got to play with it for a second. Just don't rush. Don't get frustrated. Just take a second, weeble wobble it, and there you go. Too easy peasy. And then that was a loud bang, sorry about that. I'm going to use my liquid. Again, you could use your snail stamp and seal. And that should give a nice little outline to that banner. And then, of course, my trusty Dimensionals. do put one in the middle with this because it's such a long banner. I want to make sure it's supported the whole way across. And 1, 2, 3. We just put our little banner here. And that's it. Done. And I like this. I like the colors in this because you can use this for a masculine or feminine card. Like, I think anyone's going to enjoy that. And I do need to decorate my envelopes more often, so I'm really going to make an effort to start doing that. But there, and then you could either leave it blank because you could write in here, or you can add in another piece of white. You could stamp some more, this whole stamp set. You could stamp in, you know, some flowers or whatever, so another fruit, whatever you wanted to. So there you go. I hope you love it. All the stuff that I used is all the supplies and tools and inks and everything with all the item numbers are listed in the description. Also in there, today's the 28th, so up until midnight, so you've only got a few hours, but I'm having a little competition to see who can pick the most retirement, like you pick 10 colors that you think are going to retire from the annual catalog. The link, scroll all the way down to the end of the description, and there's a link down there, and you can fill that out, get it submitted by midnight tonight, the 28th of March 2023, and whoever guesses the most correct colors, that person is going to get a little gift from me from the new annual catalog. Yes. So before it even comes out, because we get to pre-order, so I'm going to have that stuff here like really soon. Next week I'm going to have new products on hand, so I will be sending you something if you're the winner. Okay, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe and click that button. I don't know where the button is, but just click it. It takes a second. We are getting closer and closer to 1,000. I love this community that we're building here, and I appreciate each and every one of you watching. And of course, get in the comments, you know, shout out to me, ask me questions, say anything. I love getting back in there. I honestly get in about once a week, and I go back through and answer comments and everything. So, okay. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you love it. I hope you try it. Go try it with all your different embossing folders, different colors. It'll be so much fun and so easy. Have a great one, guys. Bye.